do. So more of that next time. But thinking symbolically, I wanted to talk a little bit more about that today. In shamanism, remember I told you in the beginning, well, we're going to introduce some of these other kinds of things. Shamanism, there are 5 perceptual states. And the very first one is that literal level. You're talking to the client, you're listening to the client's story. He's saying, yeah, I had a fight with my sweetheart last night. Or, I keep bumping into doors. Or I keep falling down. All right. So literally, that's exactly what's happening. It is what it is. And that's snake perception. Snakes crawl around on the ground. All that they're aware of is what's in front of them, right? It is what it is. The second level is the symbolic level, and then we begin to go, I wonder what this means. A mouse showed up at my front door this morning, and if you're a shaman, you know it means something.
Right.
But the trick is, what the heck does it mean? Okay, so part of that is going, well, what is a mouse? Well, a mouse is a furry little creature. It has whiskers. It has sharp little teeth. It's a rodent, all right, literal. But what does the mouse really mean symbolically? And the jaguar comes in to ask those probing questions of, well, mice can be timid, or they're very ambitious and scurrying around and having their nose in all kinds of things. So you see, then we begin to get into the symbolic method, all right? Then we move on in shamanism to the mythic. That's the realm of not only are things probable, but they're possible. Everything's possible. When we get in storytelling, we'll be on the mythic level. Stories and legends. Oh, well, the frog talks, and the bumblebee, goes on a date, whatever. So you're in that mythic realm where all things are possible. Animals speak and so forth. Anything's possible. And then moving on up, you get into the Inca, which is the area of no separation. Everybody, there's no separation. You're all interconnected and so forth. And sometimes we can actually access that from our state of being that we're in. And then when we continue on up into the 5th perceptual state, that is where you're actually one with Creator and one with Source. So for our purposes, we're going to be dealing with those first 2 states the most. Letting the client tell a story, listening for the literal, watching the body language, because that speaks. Body language also has its own meanings and so forth. Is he scratching his ear for real? Is that literal? Or is there something else going on there? All right. Does their voice vary in quality? They suddenly lose their voice.